Hello, 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 everybody. Again, we are here for another exciting mama moment. And just like all of them, it's somebody so dear and special to my heart. From back in the day, we had to come back and meet and join and talk and reconnect. My good dance line partner, Justina.
Hey.
Look, she's a mom, a wife, a boss, just all the things. We've grown to be some amazing women, and I just couldn't help but bring her here today to share with you about her amazing journey. So give her a round of applause. Hey,
Hey,
Justina.
friend.
I used to call her Justini, but I'm not going to
You can
embarrass
call me
her
whatever you
today.
want. You check out my PK move.
Look, yeah, you guys, we were on the dance team in high school called the Prancing Kittens, and that led to us now being moms. No, I'm just kidding, but
Ah!
I'm just kidding, guys. But yes, we were on the dance line together, and she was a joy then and a joy now. So, Justina, tell the people who you are, what you're doing, and just about yourself.
Well, it's been quite a journey. So, just to start off with what I do, I'm an anxiety coach. I've been started off helping women with anxiety and just managing it, helping them get to the other side of what the symptoms bring, learning the what, the when, the why, and then it expanded to helping men and teens. And so I've been in this industry for 7 years, just happily, just really helping people get to the bottom of what their anxiety is and where it comes from. My brand I built over the years, Breakthrough with Jay. And so it's funny because it started with fitness and then I just ended up going straight to life coaching, which I enjoy. So it's just been a whole journey of things. But I'm Justina Jennings. So that's pretty much the gist of what I do or where I'm at in my life. Oh, I'm a mom. Let's
Yes.
start there. I'm a
Of
mom.
course, the main reason.
Well, I'm a mom of a
Yes.
wonderful 19-month-old daughter. And so that's been a journey and really
Oh,
added more depth to what I do and why I do it. So it's just been an amazing last few years.
yes. I love it. I love it. And I always give a disclaimer on my episodes. I'm not sure if baby girl is home, but y'all know
No.
we are balancing it all. My kiddos are here with me. So if you do hear a mommy or something, it's okay because we are here to share and still just be who we are, which is all the things. So if you hear a mommy in the background, disregard and stay connected with us because we have a lot to talk about. So Justina Jennings, breaking through, is it breaking through with Jay, right?
Breakthrough with Jay.
Breakthrough
Breakthrough with
with
Jay.
Jay. My apologies. Breakthrough
Yes.
with Jay. Having to break through. I love it. I've seen some of your workshops and your platform on social media, and I just think it's amazing because there are so many moms, including myself, who have overcome those titles of anxiety and depression, and it just looks different for each mom and each person. So,
Yes.
I just think that's amazing what you're doing.
Thank you.
And,
Thank you.
I wish you much encouragement because that can be heavy.
Yes, very, very, very heavy. It's a swim lane that not most people dive into. So I
Yeah,
think it's definitely a calling that I'm in doing this. So yes, thank you for that.
definitely. So, to kind of transition from fitness to, life coaching, how did you start? I mean, like, not how did you start, but did that work start with yourself, or what did that process look like? What was the light bulb to say, oh, I actually want to, build on the mental part of it?
So it's always been in my mind and my spirit to just help people. I just didn't know what it looks like. And so I believe like fitness has always been my lifestyle and it was always a constant. And so it was always what I was told by people to do. You should be a trainer. You should do this. And so dove into it, because it just is what I probably was told to do or should do. But then every day, though, in my spirit, I had that feeling or that pull like, I want to help people deeper. And so I was finding ways that I was doing it all the time without even trying. And even when I was doing fitness, I was still trying to help people more than I was with the fitness by doing the mental.
Mm.
And so it always had its way of just, coming in the mix. And my personal experience growing up, I had went through different traumatic situations and so many things in my life that anxiety was the last thing I thought was a problem for me. But then when I finally got diagnosed with it, it was something that I realized I had a heavy journey. Like, how am I went through all this not knowing what it was. And so that revelation was living in me as well. Like, I want other people to have the help that I didn't have. And so all these things just coming to me and I'm sitting on it. And then it was one day at work where I was just just like I want to be a life coach. Looked into it, went to church one night, the name came to me. And then from there, I just tried to add life coaching in with fitness, but it just wasn't mixing. And then I just chose to finally just say, you know what, let me do what I want to do and what I need to do. And took that off and went straight to the life coaching swim lane.
Yes. I love it. I love it. And I know sometimes it can be difficult to create these safe spaces for people to talk about anxiety and healing. Like, how do you open that door for people to just feel safe to talk amongst each other and to you?
So I create the approach of just really being light about it, because speaking the language that people's minds are speaking. So not so much saying you have anxiety, but let's talk about how your day-to-day life is, and just pinpointing those things with people. But always starting with myself. I think a lot of my content is me talking about me and what I've gone through, and then just sharing the forum for other people, like, how about you? And then it just kind of me too. It's really the me too approach that I've done with this industry that's really helped, is just being honest about my walk with it. And then people understanding, are like, I didn't know that's what it was. But so I guess just being relatable about the issue, but also educating people, because not a lot of people know what anxiety is. And so when you give them the immediate understanding, then that's when people really are ready to just go in full circle, knowing that it's worry, stress, and all the things you experience and your behaviors, how you're going about decisions and all the things you're doing in life. Then it's already that weight lifted off beyond the label.
Definitely, definitely. For me, not really being knowledgeable about those topics, I'll say when it was my first baby, there were decisions and actions that I was taking, not knowing that it was anxiety. Like, for a long time, I recall being nervous about just driving places with him and I in the car, because, the fear of the unknown, and, just all of these things that was just really far from what could happen, because I'm the person that's in control. But literally, my best friend, who's also a mental health advocate, would be like, this sounds like anxiety. And I'm like, I rebuke,
The label, that label.
the label. I'm like, it's not anxiety. I'm just nervous. This is my first baby. It's just me and hubby, and we're trying to make sure this baby stays alive and grows and thrives. And I just want to keep it safe and keep it safe. But mind you, he's 8 months years old. I mean, 8 months. I'm talking about years old. 8 months at the time, and it's like, okay, he is fine. He can ride in the car. We go to doctor's appointments or whatever, but not knowing that was anxiety during those times. And even, I've come a long way, because I'm 3 kids in the game, but so I've had to learn to control my thoughts and self-talk and things like that. But I just definitely recall several moments when I now know that was anxiety, and I'm still overcoming it, but at least I'm more knowledgeable, and people are talking about it.
I love that part, because it's not something that's like, okay, check out, it goes away. And the key word is managing it, because we're human and things are going to constantly happen in our lives. And so just having that awareness is how you manage it, because it's there for a reason. It's just an alarm system, letting you pinpoint what's going on in your life, which was a major event, had a baby, and how you're choosing to cope with it is the anxiety. And so you being aware was just a big winner right there. So I love how you pinpoint that.
Look, with the help of community.
But I've been there too, with even with me being an expert on the matter from experience, just with my teachings. I had a hard time when I had my first child. And so it's like, hard time, not so much because I had her, because I feel like I killed it.
Look, Pat. Yes, pat yourself.
It was more of the lifestyle change,
Mhm.
and just being blindsided with, oh my God, this is something that I'm not familiar with, not knowing what it looks like, when we try to regain that control, or that's when the anxiety hits. And so just trying to, move regardless of the circumstance and still trying to control is what really made it so hard for me. And not being able to identify with this new world was so hard, but it was a transition. And so I ended up with postpartum depression when I had my first child, because it was just me I was struggling to adapt with this new world, this new way of life. And so that experience helped me learn more about what other people go through, because that was a missing factor with my business. I'm like, I can't relate to moms or being a mom because I can help them with the issue, but living through it made me so much more knowledgeable of that area, that swim lane, because it is a lot of women that go through postpartum depression don't even know that they are.
Yes.
So it was heavy, but it was needed
And that's what I was
for
going
me
to
to.
ask you, like, how did motherhood change the way you take care of your mental and physical health?
So it definitely, motherhood was the best thing that happened to me because it forced me to be still.
Mm.
And I think that's the missing factor in a lot of people, women, is we don't want to be still. We can't be still. And sometimes we don't know how to be still. And that stillness is really the middle line here, with knowing what's going on with yourself, paying attention to yourself. It's so many women I heard that just don't have the time to sit with themselves. And so they're dealing with all these different things. And so motherhood for me taught me to be still, and it taught me to release control, which ultimately helped me with my mental health 100%. And that's like the two formulas.
Yes, releasing.
Yes, releasing, and just that stillness, because I didn't go nowhere. I was by myself sometime, and I had to sit in all the things from even the past. So it was really that moment, that whole first year, it was a lot of healing that I didn't even expect to have. And so it definitely was it was definitely meant for me.
Yes. And how old is your daughter again?
She's 19 months now.
19 months. So, moms, y'all hear
Yeah,
that? She's still making her way, but there is hope on the other
there
side.
is hope. There is
So
hope.
much
And it's
hope.
like you said, it's all about community. All about community. I think with anxiety, most people want to just feel like they're not alone, and to just have that mirror of knowing that I'm not the only one going through it. And so I received that as well during the process.
Yes, I love it. I love it. And, there are some moms that they're in the stillness, but they stay silent because they fear the judgment. And you see people now using like Facebook and other large platforms to vent. And I'm just gonna be honest, once upon a time, I'll be like, why that girl on there telling all her business?
Feeling
But
everything.
but that's the only safe space, or the only space they may have. And so I'm very slow to judge these days when I do see somebody laying it all out there on TikTok or Instagram or
I
Facebook.
commend them.
Yes, it's bravery for sure. But I also now try to take the approach of reaching out, even if I don't know them, just to offer encouragement or a resource. So, community can start with strangers. It doesn't have to be family. And
Yes.
yes, I've seen some of
You
your.
so true.
Sorry, go ahead. I was gonna.
No, 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 no,
Yeah,
no, no,
no, no,
no.
because I've seen some of your workshops, and I was gonna say, like, a lot of those people don't know each other. How did that start?
Well, they start off, um, gosh, since it's a lot of pulling teeth to get people there. Let's start with that. But
Y'all better get there. Get to the next workshop.
yes, so because of the fear of what's going to be there, what's it going to look like, I'm going to have to do this. So I do have a mixture of different kind of women. Some ready to pour out, some who come in saying, I'm not going to say anything, I'm just here just to be here. It never ends up being the case. But I let women know that I don't let them feel like I'm going to pressure them. And so the environment just kind of embodies people to already feel empowered to speak. And so it's just a domino effect. I say all my events have a domino effect, where one person starts the chain, and then everybody else eventually comes out their shell. And so I take my brand Breakthrough with Jay because I just go out my way to create the environment or the experience that anybody that comes is going to have a moment to release, guaranteed. I stand on that. So yes, it's really just the experience that I create with my activities, the environment, my personality. It's just, I guess that's just what it is. I
Yes.
just be me at my event.
Yes, no, I love it. I've seen recaps, of course. Justina is in Texas. I'm in Georgia, but seeing those recaps and the smiles and the interactions, I definitely know that those are authentic, reviews and responses to feeling release. So what you're doing is amazing, and I encourage
Thank
you to
you.
keep going, even though you
Definitely.
have to pull those teeth, keep pulling, keep pulling. Don't stop, because this is what women, people, we need community. We need to come together and just find ways to heal through the chaos. So I love it. I love it. So you've talked about motherhood, you talked about, the mental aspect of it. And remember when you were doing your social media journey, or, just having your influencer status before it was fitness focused. I used to see a lot of your fitness and workouts, and I'd be like,
Yes.
yes, body. I mean, is that taking a back seat to this, or are you finding ways to do it together?
It's definitely something that I just keep personal. And so I'll show from, it's enough people doing it where y'all got it. I just make it one of my, it's, for me, it's more of a lifestyle. So it's just something that it's personal to me, but I show from time to time what I'm doing. But it's literally just like my routine. But yeah, it's definitely taking a back seat because I want to support everybody else in their callings and what they're supposed to do. I think it's not what it's what I'm supposed to do for myself. But I think it's enough people out there that can handle that and take that, and people can still be motivated by. But I'm just a big believer in follow your calling, do what you're anointed to do and what's in your heart to do, because you're going to be consistent with that and kill it like that. So yeah. But in my life, fitness is a head runner, fitness and nutrition. So I think just living that out and people just knowing me know that's just my way of life. I think it's just by demonstration, it can impact others. But
Yes.
I think that's where I'm at with that.
So it definitely played a part in your emotional and spiritual healing.
Oh, 100%. Just me, it's the discipline of it. Just holding you accountable to make time for yourself. I think that was the foundation of that. And just living with that, it helps you with your purpose, help you feel purposeful, build discipline, structure, all those things that are the things that I value. So I think it's just supporting me as a person with that.
I love it. I love it. And they all tie together. Yeah. I've had my run of being active and then taking a sabbatical and then being active again. I used to have this movement called Mama Movement, just getting up and moving in any space that you're in. But it definitely helps me, realign. Uh, so, it all ties together, folks. You got to get up and move.
Yes, I think make fitness personal to you. Like, not measuring what the other person is doing and what it looks like. Like, you're not going to be consistent if you're doing something that everybody else is doing. But do what's personal to you. So if it's dance, that's your fitness, then dance. If it's lifting, go lift. It's just has to be personal to you for it to be to go. But I challenge people to just do it for your health as
Yes.
the sole thing, as your health.
Definitely, definitely. So, what advice could you or would you give to the mom who feels like she's lost herself and doesn't know where to start?
The two words that I always heard: keep going. And it's so simple, but in those moments where we're feeling defeated or not seen, I'm always big on saying that was a big thing, not feeling seen. It's keep going because it's going to get better. And so just knowing that this is just a season, and telling them this is just a season that you're going in. Keep going because you won't know what's on the other side if you tap out and give out and think this is the end. This is the end result here. It's so much to learn in this journey. My testimony to that is that while I was going through what I was going through, it feels like nothing's going to change. It feels like there's nothing going to be different because your days feel the same. That part. But it's just knowing what all this was for is what makes the journey exciting and worthwhile. Is because as I stayed on the course, despite how you feel, stay the course because you're going to see things unfold that make it all make sense. So stay in alignment with your journey so it can all make sense at the end. That's my advice. I lived it, and I've just had the most amazing year seeing why I went through why I went through what I went through. And
Yes.
it's just been it's gonna come and show you. You're gonna know what it all was for. I
Yes.
promise you.
The breakthrough. The breakthrough.
Keep going. Keep
Yes.
going. I texted my friend the other day who just had a baby. Keep going. And she was like, "You don't know how much." I said, "Oh, I know. You just have to
I was
hear
there.
that. Keep going."
Justine, I definitely think this is your ministry, and I see it through you sharing your testimony, seeing the aftermath of these connections that you're making with people. And it's just amazing. And I definitely want, this is a moment where we highlight our boss moms and also share resources and tips. But or do you offer virtual options? Is it just people who are locally? Go ahead and just let the people know how they can connect with you and your platform and any forms of communication that you want to share at this time.
So I'm real simple. I'm Breakthrough with Jay on my website, www.breakthroughwithjay.com, my Instagram, TikTok, Breakthrough with Jay. You can follow me on those outlets so you can stay in the know of any upcoming events or anything that I have going on. And it's links on all my things to be able to have sessions. They're all virtual. And so I recommend my strategy sessions. I love those because we get to everything on that one call. And if you're not ready to talk, I have my anxiety journal.
Yes, I love it.
Search is 60-day anxiety guidance journal. It's on my website as well. It's pretty much me in a book, your personal life coach, walking you through the worry, the fear, overthinking. All that is in the journal. And I have an upcoming announcement I'm going to make later on. I have a big thing that's going to happen. I've been working towards, so excited about. So stay tuned for that. Follow me so you can know what that is. But that's pretty much what I got going on right now.
I love it, Justina. I love it. And so, ladies, near and far, schedule those sessions, run up the books for Miss Justina, and get that breakthrough. Get the journal, support her in any way that you can, because ultimately it is you supporting yourself. So, Justina, I really appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule to just tell the people how they can find that stability again, and just understanding that there is a testimony in it all and there is breakthrough on the other side. So, I love you, I adore you, and I'm super proud of you. And you are truly a boss mom. And so I wish you well with the big news. I'm gonna have my notifications on,
Yes,
ready to
ma'am.
to hear the announcement. Although I wish we could have got the announcement on here. Okay, y'all.
I'll give you a little piece. I'll give you a little piece. So the little piece
Okay.
is like everybody's always wanted a place that they could go to work on their anxiety. So stay tuned because it might be a place that you can go
Yeah.
to. It might be a place in a
I
space.
love
So stay
that. I
tuned.
love that. Congratulations. 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 So y'all support, keep these businesses alive. This is what we need, and this is for you. So I'm going to leave you with that. You heard the exclusive snippet of the news. You got it here with me, the Mama Mogul. So head to all of the platforms that she mentioned. Head to my platforms. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe as we're
Follow
building,
Mama Mogul.
yes, as we're building our community, so you can hear more from these boss moms. So I'm going to leave you with that. Enjoy your holidays and be safe. And I'm just praying for everybody that is going through something tough and difficult during this time. And, it is breakthrough on the other side. So you all take care and be blessed.